people can't do something themselves, they want to tell you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video on Hacksaw creators, and today I will be showing you guys the basics of HTML web development. So to start off, if you are on a Windows computer, you can use Notepad or Notepad++, and if you are on a Mac operating system, then you can use text editors to write your code, but those are really plain and basic. So for that reason, today I will be using Sublime Text, which is free and much better, so you can go ahead and make a quick search on Google and download it. So once you open it, it should look something like this. And to begin, HTML basically stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and this is what you're going to use as the backbone of all the websites that you are going to be building. So to begin, what you want to do is you want to go ahead in Sublime Text and create a new file, and I have already done that. And then after that, you want to save this, so you want to go to save as, and you can save it as anything. So I'm going to save this as webpage1.html. So once you name it, you can go ahead and basically click on save, and if you go ahead to your desktop, you should be able to find it. So if I scroll down, I have webpage1.html. so right click, open with, and it's basically gonna allow you to open it with any kind of web browser. So I'm gonna open it with Google Chrome, and it should load a blank page. So the first thing that you're gonna do in an HTML document is gonna be declaring that the document is actually an HTML5, which is the latest version of HTML. So if you want to use a less than sign, and then you can use the exclamation mark and then doc type in capitals, and then you can put HTML and close it with a greater than sign. And then once you have done that, you can press enter, and after this there are basically three main parts of HTML. So the first part is actually the HTML tag. So to do this, you can just type in HTML and close it with an angle bracket, and then make a closing tag. And to do this in HTML, every time you open a tag, you have to close it. And to do this, it's really easy. You basically do the same thing but with a backslash in front of it, so it would close it like this. So inside, we have two more main parts, which is the head. First of all, you have head, and then you have to close this just like I closed the HTML tag. And then you also have the body tag, which is really important too. So body, and then you have to close this just like that. So inside of the head tag is where the logo or the fav icon and the like title or the web page name gonna go. So to do that, it's really easy. All you have to do is first of all, you can add a title tag for the text. So you can add title, and let's say the web page was gonna be Hacksaw Academy, just like the previous one, Academy, and then we can close it just like we closed the other tags, which is really easy. And then after that, you can add the fav icon, which is really easy too. So to do this, all you have to do is I'm just gonna press enter first of all, and then all you have to do is, first of all, you would open it with an angle bracket just like all of the other ones, and then link, and then space, rel, and then equal sign, and then you want to use the quotation marks, and inside of here you're gonna add icon. And after this, it's basically really easy. It's gonna be href equals, and you have quotation marks, and inside of this is where the link for the icon on your website or the fav icon is gonna go. So I'm basically gonna search up for a fav icon.png. For you're gonna be using a logo from your computer, so you would basically write the name of the file on your computer right there. So as you can see, there are lots of them. I'm just gonna pick one, so I'm gonna use this for now. So I'm gonna copy the URL, put it in the quotation marks, and file, save, Now if I go to my web page and refresh the page, as you can see, the icon has changed and this has changed too, the name has changed. And once you have done that, we can go into the body tag. So inside of the body tag is where the main content for your website is going to be located. This includes the heading, the paragraphs, pictures, links, and everything like that. So the first thing I want to show you is headings. So to use headings in HTML, basically you can use the H1 to H6 tags. The number differs based on the font size. So H1 is the biggest font, so H1. And I will just write this is a heading, and I'm gonna close it with another H1 tag, and it goes up to H6. So H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. It gets smaller every time you increase the number. So I'm gonna show you H6, and I'm gonna show you the difference between the two. So H6, this is a heading. Okay, so I'll close this, and once I save it, refresh, as you can see, the first one is much bigger than the second one. So H1 is the biggest and it gets smaller as you go down. So after this, you can add a horizontal line break, which is really easy. All you have to do is add this element, which is HR, and if I save the page and refresh, as you can see, it would add a horizontal break in the website, and that is really easy to do. You can press enter after that, and let's say you wanted to add a paragraph. That's really easy too. All you have to do is use the P tag, and you would basically close it with an angle bracket and then type in your paragraph. For now, I'm going to use a placeholder, which is going to be lorem ipsum. So to do that in Sublime Text, all you have to do is lorem plus tab, and it would basically do the rest for you. And I'm gonna close this with another P tag, and as you can see, it's looking really nice. Now if I save this and I refresh the page, as you can see, it would add a really nice paragraph, and this is used for every paragraph you create. You have to use the P tag. So if I wanted to add a second paragraph, I would basically do the same thing. So P, and then type in whatever your paragraph is inside, and then you would close it with a P tag. And if I refresh this, you would see how it looks. So it looks really nice. And now let's say you wanted to format the text. So if I wanted to make the lorem, the first phrase on this paragraph, bold, it's really easy. I would basically wrap it with an element called strong, and then I would close this tag, space, and then I would go to the end of where I want to end it, and basically wrap it and close the tag. So if I save this and refresh, as you can see, this text is now in bold. And another thing that you can add is you can italicize or make text in italic to put a bit more emphasis on it. So to do this, all you have to do is, I'm just going to show you with the first text of the second paragraph. It's basically the same thing. You're going to wrap the text or the phrase or the sentence that you want to be affected with the EM tags, and then you're going to close it with an EM tag with a backslash in front of it, just like every other tag in HTML. So if I refresh this, so I have to save it first, I forgot to save. Refresh, as you can see, the first text in the second paragraph is now italicized, and this is really cool. And you can do underline too with U. So I'm gonna show you, if you want to do that, you can basically use U. It's the same thing, just a different letter, and backslash U, and then you can close it, and Command S to save, and refresh, and as you can see, this is underlined now. Now after this, let's say you wanted to add a list. So there are basically two ways you can add lists in HTML. The first way is called an ordered list, and the second way is an unordered list. So an ordered list basically contains numbers, and an unordered list is basically just bullet points for every thing you mention in your list. So first of all, I'm gonna create an ordered list. They are really the same thing with just a different letter. So you are gonna use OL first and then press enter, and inside you can use the list tags, which are LI, and inside of there you type in anything you want. So the first thing I can add MXL mic, and then I can close this tag with a backslash and an LI. And you can do the same thing for as many things as you want. And inside I will just type in maybe editors, and you close it with a backslash and LI. So now once you are done, you can basically close this, the whole thing. You can close the whole thing with backslash and OL. And when you are done, I'm gonna save it and show you what it looks like. So as you can see, this is what an ordered list looks like. It has 1 and 2. So basically then the list is numbered. But if you want to create an unordered list, it's really easy. All you have to do is you can use a angle bracket just like you did for the unordered list, and instead of using O, you use UL. So that's the only difference. Other than that, everything is the same. You use LI for list, and then you type in anything you want, so MXL, and then you close it with a backslash and then LI. So do the same thing. You can add another one, so I will use editors for this, and then you close it again and enter, and I am gonna close this with a backslash and then a UL. Okay, and Command S to save. And if I refresh, as you can see, this is the difference between an ordered list and an unordered list. So this one contains numbers and this one doesn't. It's just bullet points, and that is basically it for the difference between the two. And after this, what you can add is you can basically add pictures to your HTML website, and that is really easy to do too. So all you have to do is press enter, and you want to find a good picture that you want to use. So I'm gonna search for microphones, and I'm gonna find a good small picture. I think this is good. If I go ahead into view image, it would give me the links. So before I copy the links for the image, I am basically gonna go ahead and make the tag that you are going to be using. First of all, this is really easy. All you have to do is open it with an angle bracket, use image space src, which stands for source, equals, and then you can use quotation marks. And after that, you can come into your web browser and copy the link, and I'm going to use Command C to copy this, and I will paste it in using Command V. And unlike the other tags, you are not gonna close this with another image tag. Instead, what you will use is a backslash, and then you can close it with a greater than sign. So after that, if I go ahead to my website, I have saved it. If I go ahead to my website and refresh, as you can see, it would add a picture. Now this website really looks like a Wikipedia website, and if you want to add like a hyperlink, which you would basically click on, so this is what a hyperlink looks like. You would just click on it and it would direct you to another web page. That's really easy to make too. All you have to do is press enter, use a space href, and then you would use an equal sign and quotation marks. This is where the link is gonna go. So I'm gonna go to my picture and go to visit page. You can use hyperlinks for any website you want. By the way, I'm just using this as an example, so I can copy the link. And what I would do is I would go to my website, go to href, and then I will paste this in. So once you have done this, all you have to do is use a less than sign and then backslash a, and then you would close it with a greater than sign. And then after that, you would press space and type in anything that you want to be displayed instead of the link. So I would just type in link to the source, and you can close this with an angle bracket, and you are basically done. Command S to save, refresh, and as you can see, I have the link right here. So these are like all of the basics that you need to know about HTML, and it's all about like remembering, and that's it. And one more thing, you can add a break. I forgot to show you this. This is really easy. It's just like adding a horizontal line. So BR for break and Command S to save, and if I refresh, it should add a space, a bit of space in between anything you put it inside, in between. So yeah, that was it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next week's video.